Hi, I'm Ann Scahill. I am an independent ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and Plexus is not intended to cure, diagnose, or treat any diseases. And this is my opinion and my insight. This is not representative of Plexus Worldwide and corporate information. So today I'm going to tell you about blood sugar. When I got started with Plexus, I had zero interest in learning what blood sugar was. Well, I knew what blood sugar was, but I mean, like, what's the big deal? What's the what with blood sugar? I really didn't care. But what's interesting is my body did. So when your blood sugar is low, right? So let's say you wake up, you have cereal for breakfast, or you have toast with some kind of yummy marmalade on it. And you go about your morning, you take off for your day, and around like 11 o'clock, you're like, oh, I think I'll have some coffee. Or maybe it's 10 o'clock. So you get some coffee, you eat some lunch, and then 3 o'clock, you're like, listen, I am about to just pull out a cot from under my bed or from under my desk, and I have got to take a nap right here, right now. So what happened there is you fired up your body with all of these carbs and sugars in the morning. So the carbs from your toast and the sugars from your marmalade. And what happens is your body was like, woohoo! And that's exactly what happened. You took a nosedive just like that. When you have a regulated blood sugar, it looks like this through the day. That is exactly what regulated blood sugar looks like. I did not even know that I had a blood sugar problem until I got started with Plexus. And I was like, man, I have energy for the entire day. I don't need a nap. I don't feel exhausted. I don't feel like I need to lie my head down on my desk. I don't feel any of those things. And come to find out, that's all blood sugar related. So some of the things I didn't understand about blood sugar was, what's the difference between blood sugar and blood glucose? Well, funny thing is, it's the same thing. You're welcome. Maybe you didn't know that either. I am not ashamed to say I did not know that. I also did not know what A1C meant. I would see people talk about how, oh my gosh, my A1C went down by 0.7 or 2 points or whatever. And I was like, that's great. Good for you. What does that mean? What that means is when you get a blood test done, a blood draw done, and they check your A1C level, they're checking your blood sugar levels from a period of like 2 to 3 months. So it's almost like your body has a memory of what's been happening with your blood sugar levels, and that is the reading that they get back. That is the test. That is not the same thing as the finger prick with the test strip, and you put it in the little machine, and it tells you what your blood sugar number is for that particular moment in time. That is completely different than your A1C. I did not understand really what insulin does. So insulin is what the body produces and releases based on your body's based on your blood glucose level. So if your blood glucose, I'm going to say blood sugar, it's just easier for me. It'll be much less painful for you too. Your blood sugar level, depending upon what's happening with that, your insulin's either going to kick into gear or it's not going to kick into gear. It's going to hold back and not push any more into your body. So some people's immune systems have destroyed the body's ability to produce and let out this insulin. And this is not good. So people in fact, this happened to my mother-in-law, right? So she had a pancreatic issue, which was not even related to her blood sugar, what she was eating or anything. But what happened was the stone that she had damaged her body's ability to make insulin. So now when her blood sugar dips low, she has to eat sugar to put it back into her body, or she's got to take some kind of insulin to help regulate everything out. So when your blood glucose levels are chronically high, the body's response to this is actually not what you would think that it is. When it's chronically high, your body responds with inflammation. This is not good. So chronic high blood sugar and then high chronic inflammation can lead to all sorts of other issues. This is not good stuff. So this is one of the reasons why it's really important to get your blood sugar under control. right? So you've got, I'm sorry, it's more than one, really. I forgot about the energy. You've got your whole energy issue. If you're crashing, if you feel like you need naps, you cannot make it through the day, you're grabbing for coffee, you're grabbing for chocolate or a Snickers or whatever you're grabbing for, the chances are very good that your blood sugar is not regulated through the entire day. It does not mean that you have a diabetic issue. It just means that you probably are struggling with a little bit of nutrition and a little bit of balancing. So I love that Plexus products can help with blood sugar regulation. I love, love, love that. Because again, I didn't even know that I needed it. And then second, if you can help get some of that blood sugar under control, then your body will not be responding with as much inflammation issue at the same time. So it's interesting how typically with our bodies, one thing leads to the next, to the next, to the next. So your food plays a huge part, your exercise plays a part, water intake plays a huge part in what's happening in our bodies, and supplementation plays a huge part in what's happening in our bodies. Because we don't necessarily have farm to table like we used to back in the day. I know there's a lot of people who are starting to grow their own gardens, and I think that's fabulous because you know exactly what goes in and you know exactly what's coming out. But most of us, myself included, have to rely on a grocery store. So that's just another reason why I prefer to take Plexus supplements to help me with some of the things that my food cannot. And there is your little lesson on blood sugar.